Hi friends, good morning. Next video from Dhruva Edutainment and Vidu classes. Friends, from Dhruva Edutainment and Vidu classes. This is from Structural Organization in Animals. What is our question, friends? Give an account of the formed elements of the blood. Friends, formed elements of the blood. See friends, formed elements of the blood. This is LQ friends, essay. You have to write about the blood cells. Formed elements means blood cells, friends. So it is a new word, formed elements. Formed elements means what, friends? Blood cells. Write about the blood cells. Write about red blood cells, white blood cells and platelets. Okay friends? Now come to our answer, friends. See, blood is a type of connective tissue. You know, friends, we have four types of tissues. Animal tissues are four types: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue and nervous tissue. So blood is a type of connective tissue, that is fluid connective tissue. Okay friends, it is a fluid connective tissue. Blood is a type of connective tissue. It is mesodermal in origin. Friends, connective tissue is mesodermal in origin. Blood consists of plasma and formed elements. See friends, blood consists of plasma and blood cells. Here I have written blood consists of plasma and formed elements. So blood cells are also called as formed elements. Friends, blood consists of plasma, it is a fluid part. Formed elements are the solid parts. So blood consists of plasma and formed elements. Formed elements means what, friends? Blood cells. Plasma is the matrix of the blood. You know friends, connective tissue has matrix. The matrix of the plasma of the blood is called, plasma of the blood is also called as matrix, friends. Blood cells are what, friends? RBC, WBC platelets are called as formed elements. See friends, blood cells are called as what, friends? Formed elements. What are those blood cells? Red blood cells, white blood cells and platelets. Okay friends. Now see friends, how many types of formed elements we have? See friends, we have three types of formed elements. See friends, formed elements of the blood, that is blood cells. Erythrocytes, that is red blood cells. Leukocytes, that is WBC or white blood cells, and platelets. Okay friends. Now come to leukocytes, friends. Leukocytes are of two types: granulocytes and agranulocytes. Granulocytes are three types, friends: basophils, eosinophils, neutrophils. Agranulocytes are two types: lymphocytes and monocytes. So you have to write about all these cells, friends. In the formed elements, you have to write about erythrocytes, leukocytes, platelets, granulocytes and agranulocytes. If you write all these cells, it becomes what, friends? Formed elements. Okay friends, what are formed elements, friends? They are the blood cells. How many types of formed elements are there? Three types. What are they? Erythrocytes, that is red blood cells. Leukocytes, that is WBC. Platelets are thrombocytes. Leukocytes or WBC are further divided into two types. They are granulocytes and agranulocytes. Granulocytes are three types, friends. What are they? Basophils, eosinophils, neutrophils. Agranulocytes are two types. What are they, friends? Lymphocytes and monocytes. Okay friends, now come to definition of the formed elements, friends. Definition of the formed elements of the blood. See friends, the formed elements are cells and cell fragments. See friends, what are formed elements? Formed elements are the cells and cell fragments present in the plasma of blood. What are formed elements, friends? These are the cells and cell fragments, cell pieces, cell bits, which are present in the plasma of the blood. Now see friends, these all are formed from the same stem cells present in bone marrow. See friends, all formed elements are present are produced by the same stem cells which are present in the bone marrow. So formed elements are formed from the bone marrow from a same stem cell. Okay friends, because of that we are calling them as what friends? Formed elements. Okay, now friends, these formed elements are blood cells constitute 45% of the blood. You know friends, plasma constitute 55%. Blood cells or formed elements constitute 45% of the blood. 45% of the blood. Next friends, blood cells are called formed elements, you know it. These formed elements are three types. They are what friends? Just now I told. Erythrocytes means red blood cells, leukocytes white blood cells, platelets. So formed elements are three types friends: erythrocytes, leukocytes and platelets. Now come to another important definition, it's hemopoiesis. Hemopoiesis. Friends, here you see friends, here we have the word hemopoiesis. Heme means blood, poiesis means formation. Friends, here you have to see the inner meaning of the hemopoiesis. Heme means what friends? Heme means blood. Once again friends, heme means blood, poiesis means formation. So formation of blood is called as hemopoiesis. See friends, the process of formation of blood is called hemopoiesis or hematopoiesis. See, what is the definition of hemopoiesis friends? It is a process of formation of blood. The process of formation of blood is called as hemopoiesis or hematopoiesis. ఏంటి ఫ్రెండ్స్? బ్లడ్ ఏర్పడే పద్ధతిని, విధానాన్ని హీమోపాయిసిస్ లేదా హిమాటోపాయిసిస్ అంటాం ఫ్రెండ్స్. నెక్స్ట్ ఫ్రెండ్స్, దీస్ బ్లడ్ సెల్స్, see friends, we have WBC, RBC and platelets. They formed from various parts of the body. Now this is important friends. Blood cells are formed from, first friends, in the embryonic stage, the blood cells are formed from yolk sac mesoderm. Friends, in the embryonic stage, the blood cells are formed from whom friends? Yolk sac mesoderm. Embryonic stage, yolk sac mesoderm. Next, later embryonic stage, from liver and spleen. Friends, in the second stage, later embryonic stage, blood cells are formed from liver and spleen. Next friends, final stage of the development and after birth, from the red bone marrow. Only red bone marrow friends. Once again friends, here you have to remember three words. In the early embryonic stage, the blood cells are formed from yolk sac mesoderm. Later embryonic stage, blood cells are formed from liver and spleen. Final stage of development and after birth, from the red bone marrow. Okay friends? See friends, here for neat and MCET you have to see friends, liver and spleen are called temporary hemopoietic tissue. They are not permanent friends. Liver and spleen are producing blood cells in the embryonic stage only. So because of that, what we are calling, liver and spleen are called as what friends? Temporary hemopoietic tissue, temporary hemopoietic organs. Red bone marrow is called permanent hemopoietic tissue or primary site of hemopoiesis. See friends, red bone marrow is called as permanent hemopoietic tissue or primary site of hemopoietic tissue or primary hemopoiesis, whereas liver and spleen are called as temporary hemopoietic tissue. Okay friends, now come to one by one friends. Come to red blood cells friends. Red blood cells are also called as erythrocytes friends. Erythrocytes are also called red blood corpuscles. Characters of mammalian red blood cells. Now we are taking only the mammalian red blood cells. See friend, what is the difference between cell and corpuscle? You have to remember it friends. Corpuscles are the cells which freely float in the blood. Because of that we are calling them as corpuscles. So red blood cells and red blood corpuscles. Okay friends. Now you see the characters of mammalian RBC friends. First you see the shape friends, important. Circular and biconcave. Mammalian red blood cells are circular and biconcave. But RBCs of camel and llamas are oval and elliptical and biconvex. See friends, mammalian red blood cells are biconcave in shape. Here you remember biconcave. Next you remember circular. Mammalian red blood cells. What is the shape of the mammalian red blood cells? Biconcave or circular. But camel and llama is a type of camel friends. It is small in size. It resembles camel. In camel and llama, the red blood cells, the shape of the red blood cells is what friends? Biconvex or elliptical. Very important friends. Biconvex and elliptical. See friends, llamas are camel-like animals but smaller in size, do not have hump and live in cool areas. See friends, this is about llama. Don't write in the exam friends. What is llama friends? It is camel-like animal but smaller in size. It has no hump and live in cooler areas. You know friends, camel lives in deserts but llama lives in the cooler areas. It has no hump. It is smaller in size but it resembles camel. Okay friends. Now, what is the role of the biconcave shape? Why the red blood cells of mammals are biconcave in shape? In other vertebrates, the red blood cells are biconvex or elliptical in shape, like llamas and camel friends. But in mammals, the red blood cells are biconcave or circular in shape. Why they are biconcave in shape? This is important friends. The biconcave shape of red blood cells of mammals provides a large surface area. Friends, the biconcave shape of the red blood cells of mammals provide a large surface area. For what friends? For exchange of respiratory gases. You know friends, what is the role of the red blood cells? They have hemoglobin. Hemoglobin help in the transport of respiratory gases. What are respiratory gases friends? Oxygen and carbon dioxide. So, the biconcave shape of red blood cells provide a large surface area for exchange of respiratory gases. Like what friends? Oxygen and carbon dioxide. Very important friends. Next friends. Now come to the size of the red blood cells. See friends, 7.8 millimicrons in diameter. 7.8 millimicrons in diameter. Millimicrons in diameter. Okay friends. Now come to the number friends. Number of red blood cells. 5 million per cubic millimeter in man. Friends, 1 million is equal to 10 lakhs. In man, the red blood cells are 5 millions per cubic millimeter. Whereas in women, 4.5 millions per cubic millimeter. See friends, in man, they are 5 millions per cubic millimeter. In women, the red blood cells are 4.5 million per cubic millimeter. See friends, if the number of red blood cells decrease in the number of erythrocytes is called erythrocytopenia. Whenever you hear the word penia means reduction, less friends. So, a man has 5 millions, a woman has 4.5 millions per cubic millimeter. If he or she has less than normal count, less than 5 lakhs or less than 4.5 lakhs in women, it is called as what friends? Erythrocytopenia. Erythrocyte means what friends? Red blood cells. Penia means reduction or less in number. So decrease in the number of erythrocytes is called erythrocytopenia. This erythrocytopenia leads to anemia friends. If we have less red blood cells, it leads to a disease that is called as friends anemia. Telugulo aithe raktahinata antam friends. Erythrocytopenia leads to anemia. Okay friends. Now, if number increases, okay friends, if increase in the number of erythrocytes is called as polycythemia friends. Polycythemia. Sorry friends. Polycythemia. If number decreases, it is called as erythrocytopenia. If number of RBC increases, it is called as what, friends? Polycythemia. See friends, here I have given a neat question. See friends, what is the difference between erythrocytopenia and anemia? Erythrocytopenia, it is a condition of decrease in the number of red blood cells in the blood. If number decreases, number of red blood cells or erythrocyte decreases, it is erythrocytopenia. Anemia is a disorder, decrease in oxygen carrying capacity of blood due to reduction of RBC or due to reduction of hemoglobin. See friends, due to erythrocytopenia, what happened friends? The number of red blood cells decrease. When number of red blood cells decrease, what happened friends? There is no sufficient hemoglobin. Okay friends, when hemoglobin or red blood cells are decreased, what happened friends? There is a disorder in the oxygen carrying capacity. So in anemia, the anemic patients won't transport sufficient oxygen to the cells. Okay friends, that's the difference between erythrocytopenia and anemia. Next friends, come to erythropoietin friends. Erythropoietin, very very important. See friends, erythropoietin, it is a hormone. Friends, erythropoietin is a hormone secreted by kidney into the blood. Friends, you have same, it come across in the second year also. Please don't forget what is erythropoietin. Erythropoietin is a hormone secreted by the kidney into what friends? Into blood. When kidney secretes erythropoietin, see friends, shortage of oxygen in the blood. When blood has less oxygen or deficiency of oxygen or shortage of oxygen, then the blood stimulates the kidney to secrete erythropoietin hormone. So when we have less oxygen content in the blood, this blood stimulates the kidney. Then that kidney stimulates what friends? Erythropoietin. So erythropoietin is a hormone secreted by the kidney when friends? When the blood has less oxygen content. The less oxygen content blood stimulates the kidney. Then the kidney secretes a hormone, that is erythropoietin. See friends, this erythropoietin in turn, see friends, stimulates the bone marrow. You know what is bone marrow friends? It is a erythropoietic organ, erythropoietic tissue. This erythropoietin stimulates bone marrow to increase the production of red blood cells. See friends, erythropoietin indirectly helps in the production of red blood cells. But it is secreted by whom friends? By the kidney. When friends? When the blood has less oxygen content. So erythropoietin secreted by the kidney. This erythropoietin through blood reaches to the bone marrow, red bone marrow, and stimulates the red bone marrow and help in the increasing the production of the red blood cells. Now come to vitamins friends. Which vitamin helps in the production of RBC? See friends, vitamin B12, you know friends, cyanocobalamin, and folic acid, that is B9. Friends, B12 is cyanocobalamin, B9 is folic acid, are required for maturation of RBCs, for maturation of red blood cells. Friends, vitamin B12, that is cyanocobalamin, B9, that is folic acid, are essential for what friends? For maturation of red blood cells, for maturation of red blood cells. Next friends, another important point friends, Roliacs friends, very very important friends. Roliacs, arrangement of red blood cells in the form of rolls of coins is called Roliacs. See friends, arrangement of red blood cells in the form of rolls of coins is called as Roliacs. Friends, తెలుగులో అయితే ఎర్ర రక్త కణాల దొంతర అంటాం ఫ్రెండ్స్. ఎర్ర రక్త కణాలు ఒకదానిపై ఒకటి అమరి ఉంటే దాన్ని ఏమంటాం ఫ్రెండ్స్? రోలియాక్స్ అంటాం ఫ్రెండ్స్. అరేంజ్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ red blood cells in the form of rolls of coins is called Roliacs. Is called what friends? Roliacs. What friends? Roliacs means what friends? Arrangement of red blood cells in the form of rolls of coins is called Roliacs. తెలుగులో అయితే ఉంటాం ఫ్రెండ్స్, దాని రోలియాక్స్ అంటాం. కట్ ఎర్ర రక్త కణాల దుంతర అనగా ఒక ఎర్ర రక్త కణపై మరొక ఎర్ర రక్త కణం అమరి ఉంటే దాన్ని ఏమంటాం ఫ్రెండ్స్? మనం రోలియాక్స్ అంటాం. ఓకే ఫ్రెండ్స్, now come to the structure of mammalian RBC. See friends, structure of mammalian RBC. Red blood cell is surrounded by a plasma membrane. It is a cell, friends, it is a cell, so it is surrounded by a plasma membrane. It has nucleus and other cell organelles. Generally a cell has nucleus and other cell organelles. But mammalian red blood cell has no RBC and no cell organelles. Friends, very important. It is surrounded by plasma lemma or plasma membrane. But the mammalian RBC has no nucleus and no cell organelles. In which stage, friends? In mature RBC. See friends, immature red blood cells mammal has nucleus and other cell organelles. But when it is matured, the mature red blood cells of mammals have no nucleus and no cell organelles. Next, friends. The cytoplasm of mammalian red blood cell or red blood cell has a pigment, that is hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is present in the cytoplasm of the red blood cells. This hemoglobin is a chromoprotein, friends, chromoprotein or color protein that gives red color to the blood. You know, friends, why our blood is red in color? That is due to hemoglobin. This hemoglobin is dissolved in the red blood cells. Generally you see earthworm, friends. In earthworm or in invertebrates, hemoglobin is dissolved in the plasma. But in vertebrates, hemoglobin is dissolved in the red blood cells. So the mammalian RBC has hemoglobin that is dissolved in the plasma of the red blood cells. It is a chromoprotein or color protein which gives red color to the blood. Okay, friends. Hemoglobin is a conjugated protein, friends. Conjugated protein means what, friends? A protein part and non-protein part. Combined called as what, friends? Conjugated protein. Means here it has a protein part and a non-protein part. Now we'll see, friends. Each hemoglobin molecule has 4 polypeptide chains. Here it is a conjugated protein, friends. It has heme and globin. Globin is the protein part, heme is the non-protein part. Now come to protein part. You see, friends, each hemoglobin molecule has 4 polypeptide chains. A protein is made up of polypeptide chains, friends. Hemoglobin has 4 polypeptide chains, friends, 4 polypeptide chains and 4 heme molecules. It has 4 polypeptide chains and 4 heme molecules, friends. What are those 4 polypeptide chains? 4 polypeptide chains are 2 alpha chains and 2 beta chains, friends. What are those 4 polypeptide chains of the hemoglobin? 2 alpha chains and 2 beta chains. Next, very important, friends. Each heme has one ferrous, friends, ferrous ion, Fe+2 ion. Need, friend, not Fe+3, not ferric, friends. Ferrous ion. Each heme has one ferrous, means total hemoglobin has 4 ferrous ions, Fe+2 ions. It has 4 polypeptide chains, 4 ferrous ions. What are those 4 polypeptide chains, friends? 2 alpha chains and 2 beta chains. What are those 4 ferrous friends? Fe+2 ions. Okay, friends. Now, each hemoglobin molecule has 4 ferrous ions. Important, friends. One ferrous ion combines and transports one oxygen molecule. See, friends, hemoglobin has 4 ferrous ions. One ferrous ion combines with one oxygen molecule and transport it. Means when hemoglobin has 4 ferrous ions, means when hemoglobin transport 4 oxygen molecules. See, friends, very important. Once again, friends, hemoglobin is a conjugated protein. It has globin and heme. Globin is the protein, heme is the non-protein part. Globin is protein, it is made up of 4 polypeptide chains. There are 2 alpha chains and 2 beta chains. Whereas heme has 4 Fe+2, it has 4 heme rings. Each heme has 1 Fe+2. Like that, one hemoglobin molecule has 4 Fe+2 or ferrous ions. One ferrous ion transport 1 oxygen molecule, means one hemoglobin transport 4 oxygen molecules. Okay, friends? Now, friends, see, friends, one hemoglobin molecule transport 4 oxygen molecules. Very important, friends. One hemoglobin molecule transport 4 oxygen molecules. Now see friends, lifespan of RBC. Lifespan of human RBC is about 120 days friends. Lifespan of human RBC is about what friends? 120 days. 120 days. Dead and worn out RBC are destroyed by the liver and spleen. See, after 120 days, they may die friends. The dead and worn out RBC are destroyed by whom friends? By the liver and spleen. So liver and spleen, see friends, they are temporary hemopoietic organs. They are also helping in what friends? Dead and worn out RBC are destroyed by the liver and spleen. Hemopoietic organs as well as hemolytic organs friends. Liver and spleen are hemopoietic organs. They help in the production of RBC. They help in the eradication of RBC. So they are also called hemolytic organs. Okay friends, that is about the RBC. See friends, this is a circular RBC of mammal. See, it has concavity, biconcave. One more concavity is on that side friends. So this is RBC of the mammal friends. Are they circular? Yes, they are in circular shape friends. See friends, here Roloax. These are the piled up RBC. They are arranged like a coins, one after the one above the other. This is what friends? Roloax of the RBC. Now come to second type friends, white blood corpuscles. White blood corpuscles. These are also called as leukocytes friends. Leukocytes are also called as white blood corpuscles friends. Leukocytes are also called as white blood corpuscles. Now come to their shape friends. They are spherical, irregular, amoeboid in shape. You have to write any one friends. They are amoeboid in shape, irregular in shape. Sometimes they are spherical in shape friends. They show amoeboid movement. This is important friends. White blood cells show which type of movement friends? Amoeboid movement. Amoeboid movement. See friends, what is the size of the WBC? They are bigger than the RBC. You know friends, red blood cells are 7.8 millimicrons. What about WBC friends? They are 8 to 20 millimicrons in diameter. 8 to 20 millimicrons in diameter. Number of RBC friends, these are much lesser than RBC. RBC are 5 million per cubic millimeter friends, but WBC are much lesser than RBC. What is their number friends? 6,000 to 10,000 per cubic millimeter.